Good morning, class 10. This is Sachin Kumar, and today we will continue our chapter 5. Name of the chapter is periodic classification of elements. This is the third part of chapter 5 and final part of chapter 5. In this video, we will learn about the modern periodic table and how it has been formed. So, let's start. First, we know about the Mendeleev periodic table, and this Mendeleev table is based on atomic masses and the physical and chemical properties of element. In 1913, Henry Moseley saw that atomic number is a more fundamental property of element when compared to the atomic mass. So, what is atomic mass? Atomic number? Atomic number is the number of the proton that a particular atom of element have in nucleus. So based on this understanding and based on this idea of Henry Moseley, modern periodic table was formed. And so modern periodic table was also derived. This modern periodic table law say the properties of element are the periodic function of their atomic number. Means atomic number decide what would be the property of elements. So this is the new and modern periodic table of elements. So let's learn about the modern periodic table. You can see there are around 118 element, or we can say fixedly certainly there are 118 element that this modern periodic table shows. This different combination of this 118 element form every matter in the universe, and this modern periodic tables vertical columns is actually said as group, and the horizontal rows are called periods. So as we have discussed that there are different combination of these elements, and this different combination of the elements form the every matter in the universe, which include the carbon dioxide, the gas that surround us, hydrogen gas, oxygen, glucose, cells, planets, plant, animals, chalk, ink, clothes, fluid, glass, sun, star, planet, everything in this universe is made up of this 118 element which has been discovered so far. Of course there are other elements, but this element have been discovered, and this element have been found in the every at least few element from this modern periodic table have been found in every matter of the universe. So what is a modern periodic table? Again, the vertical column in the in this modern periodic table is known as a group, and there are 18 groups. And in the same way, horizontal rows is known as period, and total there are 7 periods. Element present in the same group, that is you can see, have the same number of valence electron. We have understood what is the valence electron in the previous classes. So group have the same number of valence electron. In other words, we can say the same group have the identical same group. In the same group, the element have the same outer cell electronic configuration, although number of cell is different as we go from up to down. Okay, element present in the same period have the same number of cells, or as we move from the left to right in any period, we find out that the valence electron increase by 1 unit in the same outermost cell. So we have also understood in the previous classes that what is the outermost cell and what is the cell. The cell is the orbit under around in which electron revolve around the nucleus. So, and as we move from the up to down in any group, we find out that the valence electron remain the same, but the outermost cell increase by the 1 unit. Okay, this is the some of the properties, or we can say the some of the information which is provided by the modern periodic table about the element. So position of element in a periodic table tell us about the chemical reactivity, as well as we know it is a also tell us, in other words we can also say that it tell us the number of bond this particular element atom of particular element will form with the other element. Okay, so what is the trend in the modern periodic table? First, what is the valency? Valency of element is determined by the number of valence electron present in the outermost cell of its atom. It also determines how many bond an atom of element can form. In other words, it determines the chemical reactivity of an element. So what is valency? Valency is actually tell us number of bond a particular atom of element can form with the other element. Okay, it also valency, in other words we can say valency is the number of electron present in the outermost cell of the atom. Okay, and what is atomic size? The size of atom, or we can say the radius of atom, is also can be as a atomic size, because every matter have the size. Therefore atomic size means size of atom or radius of atom. Distance between the center of nucleus, distance between center of nucleus and the outermost cell of isolated atom is known as the give us the atomic size. As we move from the left to right, atomic radius decrease, okay, due to the increase of a nuclear charge, which pull electron closer to the nucleus and reduce the size of atom. Okay, as we move from the left to right in a period, we find that there is a decrease in the nuclear charge. There is a decrease in an atomic radius, because the increase of the nuclear charge, because increase of the nuclear charge, so the pulling power of the nucleus, especially the positive proton is very high, and because of this the orbit size is reduced, and as a result the size of a atom decrease as we move from the left to right. Up to down, atomic radius increase due to the addition of the new cells. As a result, atomic size increase in spite of a increase in nuclear charges. Okay, this is the two properties which is also shown in a periodic table, and this is a trend which is found in a periodic table about the atomic size and about the valency. So trend in modern periodic table. What is metallic and non-metallic properties? Metal like sodium, magnesium, etc. is on the left hand side of the periodic table. Okay, and you can see this, all these things are the on the left hand side, and this is the metals. Okay, while the non-metal is in on the left hand right hand side, like sulfur and chlorine. Okay, and in the periodic table there is a zigzag line. You can see this is a zigzag line, and this zigzag line separate the metal and non-metal, and the borderline element on this zigzag line, such as the boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and polonium, are the intermediate in properties of metal and non-metal, and therefore they are called the metalloid or semi-metals. Okay, they have the same properties. What? Who? This metalloid and the semi-metal have the some properties of the metal and some properties of the non-metals. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to remember, that what is metal and where is the metal and where is non-metal and where is what is non-metal. In the same way, metalloid क्या होते हैं and the metal and semi-metals. Okay, so this is the trend in periodic table. After this, we should understand what is a metal and what is non-metal, and what are the basic difference between the metal and non-metal according to the periodic table. So metal is on the left hand side, we have already understood, and the same, and non-metal is on right hand side of periodic table. Metal actually lose electron when they are involved in making a bond. Okay, while non-metal gain electron while making a bond. Okay, metal are electropositive, means they lose electron, therefore they are positive, and non-metal are the electronegative because they accept the electron and become more negative, therefore they are electronegative. left to right in a period, what happened to the metal and non-metal? The tendency to lose electron decrease as we move from the left to right, because there is an increase in nuclear charges, and as nuclear charges increase, the ability to lose electron is reduced because of the electrostatic charges. Okay, because more attraction become there. Okay, and as in we move from the left to right for non-metal, the tendency to gain electron is increased because the nuclear charges is increased, means it have now it is having the more positive, and it has the more power to attract the negative electrons. Okay, up to right, up to down in a groups, tendency to lose the electron increase due to addition of the cells, and the distance between nucleus and the electron is increased, because and as a result the ability to lose electron is increased as we move from the up to down. Okay, tendency to gain electron decrease due to the addition of the new cells. As a result, atomic size increase in spite of increase in the nuclear charges. Okay, for non-metal. So this is the all chapter of chapter 5. So this chapter has been completed, and after this we will study about the we will discuss about some questions of chapter 5, periodic classification of element. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye, take care.